You walk into a room and everyone's eyes are on you. The sweat on your palms betrays you. Your heart races and your mind screams, "What, they don't like me? What if I fail?" It's that feeling, the one that holds you back, keeps you small, keeps you from stepping up and standing tall. And right in that moment, you make a choice. You make a choice about who you are, what you're capable of, and how you will walk through life. But what if you could change all of this? What if you could choose confidence, even when fear seems to have its grip on you? That's right, confidence is a choice. And in the next few moments, I'll show you how to make that choice. Think about the most confident person you know. What do they have that you don't? Is it their appearance, their charm, or maybe it's simply the way they carry themselves, as if they're completely at ease in their own skin. But here's the secret they don't tell you. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's not a magical trait that only a lucky few have. Confidence is built, it's developed, and it comes from making one powerful choice every single day. The world doesn't hand us confidence on a silver platter. Instead, we have to make it, carve it out of the raw material of our own actions and decisions. Every time you face fear and decide to move forward anyway, you're choosing confidence. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. Why aren't you confident? You may think it's because of your past mistakes, your failures, or the opinions of others. But let me tell you, those are just stories your mind tells you to keep you safe, to keep you in your comfort zone. You see, the truth is, your mind is hardwired to protect you, and sometimes it convinces you that being afraid is your best option. It tells you that playing it safe will keep you from getting hurt. But that's a lie. Every time you listen to those voices, you take one step back from your true potential. You start believing that confidence is for other people, not for you. But let me ask you this. What if everything you've been told about confidence is wrong? What if all you had to do was make one simple choice to unlock it? That's exactly what we're going to explore now. The first thing you need to know is that confidence doesn't come from perfect circumstances. It doesn't come from a perfect track record or the absence of failure. Confidence comes from the willingness to show up even when you feel afraid. It's about standing tall, even when your knees are shaking. And most importantly, it's about choosing to take action in the face of fear. Imagine for a second the most confident person you know. Now think about a time they weren't confident. Maybe they were nervous, unsure, or even scared. But here's the difference. They acted anyway. They didn't wait for the fear to disappear. They didn't wait until they had everything figured out. They simply chose to step forward, despite everything holding them back. And here's the kicker. You can do the same. You've been holding yourself back for too long, thinking that confidence is something you have to wait for. But confidence isn't something you wait for. It's something you create. It all starts with a choice. The choice to push through the discomfort, to step up and face the world without letting doubt take control. It's not always easy, but that's where the real power lies. Every time you choose confidence, you're strengthening your ability to face anything life throws at you. But what happens when you make the choice to act, to put yourself out there, and to be vulnerable? What happens when you finally decide that you're not going to let fear dictate your life anymore? I'll tell you in just a moment. But first, let's talk about something you may not want to hear. Here's the harsh reality. Confidence is a muscle. It doesn't grow overnight. It doesn't magically appear because you want it to, but it will grow the more you use it. Think about how muscles grow. When you start lifting weights, your body doesn't transform immediately. It takes time, persistence, and most importantly, it takes consistency. The same goes for confidence. The more you choose to act with confidence, even when you don't feel like it, the stronger it becomes. And just like lifting weights, the more you push yourself, the more natural confidence will feel. You may not see immediate results. You may still feel the butterflies, still feel the fear in your stomach, but you are the one in control. You are the one making the choice to act anyway. And with every choice you make, the fear gets quieter and the confidence gets louder. It becomes a part of you. And before you know it, you'll be stepping into rooms, facing challenges, and taking risks with quiet assurance that others will start to notice. I know it's tough to believe right now. I know you probably heard a million motivational speeches, and nothing seems to stick. But what if I told you this? What if I told you that at this very moment, you are one choice away from a breakthrough? The next time you face something that scares you, that challenges you, or that makes you doubt yourself, take a deep breath and choose confidence. You don't have to feel confident to be confident. You just have to choose it. And I promise you, when you make that choice, something will shift. You'll start to see yourself differently. The doubts will begin to fade, and the possibilities will open up. The confidence you've been waiting for will be there, not because it magically appeared, but because you chose it. But here's the big question. Will you make that choice? Will you step into your own power and take control of your future? Or will you continue to let fear and doubt hold you back? This is where your journey starts, and I can't wait to see what happens when you decide to choose confidence. I want you to do something right now, something that might feel uncomfortable. I want you to think about one area of your life where you've been holding back because of fear. It could be something big or something small, but it's time to make a choice. Right now, I want you to decide, what will you do next? Will you stay stuck, or will you choose confidence? Leave a comment below and tell me what choice you're making. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. And together, let's step into our power and live a life that is bold, fearless, and full of possibility. This is just the beginning. The journey of 1,000 steps starts with one, and you've already taken that step. You've made the choice. You've decided that confidence is yours for the taking. You stepped into a room full of strangers, or you took on that project you've been avoiding for months. And for a moment, it felt amazing. You walked tall, you spoke with certainty, and everything seemed to be falling into place. But then life happened. You got a tough review. Someone criticized you. Your plans didn't go as expected, and now doubt is creeping back in. Your confidence suddenly shattered. What do you do now? Do you crumble? Do you let that fear take over again? Or do you get back up, shake it off, and continue walking forward? Here's the truth. Confidence is never a straight line. It's not something that stays with you 24/7. It ebbs and flows, especially when life gets tough. But here's the key. Just because you hit a setback, just because life pushes back, doesn't mean you've lost your confidence. It just means you need to make the choice again. And if those setbacks weren't failures at all, what if they were just opportunities to choose confidence again? When you hit a roadblock, when things don't go as planned, your mind starts to whisper, maybe I wasn't cut out for this. Maybe I'm not good enough. It's easy to believe those thoughts, to let them dictate your next move. But I want to ask you something. What if those setbacks weren't failures at all? What if they were just opportunities to choose confidence again? Let me tell you a secret. Every time you face adversity and choose to keep going, you grow stronger. Every failure is an opportunity to rebuild your confidence in a new way, to refine it, and to make it even more unshakable. The most confident people you see aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who fall and then rise again. And they do it with grace. You've seen it in others, right? Those people who always seem to bounce back no matter what happens. It's not because they have some magical trait. It's because they've learned to choose confidence over and over again, even when the world says no. If confidence were a muscle, setbacks would be the weight you lift to make it stronger. Think about it like this. When you go to the gym, you don't expect to lift the heaviest weight on your first try, right? You start small, build your strength, and gradually challenge yourself with heavier loads. The same goes for confidence. Each time you face a challenge, it's like adding another plate to the barbell. It might feel heavy at first, but as you keep choosing confidence, that weight becomes easy to lift. And soon, you'll be lifting the heaviest of challenges without even breaking a sweat. But here's the thing. Most people stop after the first failure. They let the doubt creep in. They let the voices of fear take over. But you know better. You know that confidence is built in the fire of adversity. The more you choose it, the more natural it becomes. Imagine this. You've been knocked down, knocked out by life, by a failure, or by a critic. But instead of retreating into fear, you choose to get back up. And here's what happens when you do that. You unlock your greatest potential. The truth is, setbacks don't define you. What defines you is your response to those setbacks. It's how you choose to stand up, dust yourself off, and keep going. It's about making the decision that your failure is just a stepping stone on the road to success. Think about the times in your life when you didn't give up, when you didn't listen to that voice telling you to quit. Those moments, no matter how small, are where your confidence was born. The more you choose to rise after each fall, the more you cement the foundation of your self-belief. But here's the most beautiful part. Every time you rise, you inspire others to rise with you. Confidence doesn't just help you. It helps everyone around you. Your family, your friends, your colleagues, even strangers. When they see you choosing confidence, they believe it's possible for them too. And that's what I want you to understand. Your confidence is contagious. You may feel like the journey is too long. You may wonder, will I ever truly feel confident? Will I ever get to a place where I don't doubt myself? And here's the truth. The answer is yes. But it won't come without its moments of struggle. It won't come without pushing through the discomfort. The breakthrough doesn't come at the end of the journey. It comes in every single moment when you choose confidence again and again. And when you reach that point where you've chosen so many times it becomes second nature, that's when you'll realize confidence isn't just a choice anymore. It's who you are. And when that happens, life opens up. You start seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. You take risks, and those risks start to pay off. The things you once feared, rejection, failure, uncertainty, no longer power over you because you've built something stronger. You've built yourself. So here's what I want you to do. Right now, I want you to think about one challenge in your life that you've been avoiding because of fear. Maybe it's a job you've been too scared to apply for. Maybe it's a conversation you've been avoiding. Maybe it's simply asking for what you deserve. Whatever it is, I want you to choose confidence. And I want you to take one step toward that challenge today. It doesn't matter how small that step is, just take it. Because every time you choose confidence, you get closer to who you're meant to be. Leave a comment below and tell me how you'll choose confidence today. Share this video with someone who needs it. And together, let's build a community of confident people who choose greatness every single day. Confidence isn't a destination, it's a journey. And your journey starts right now. There you are, standing at the edge of something incredible. An opportunity you worked for, dreamed of, and now is within reach. But as you step forward, there's that voice. You know the one. It's quiet, persistent, and always seems to pop up at the worst time. You can't do this. What if you fail? Who do you think you are? It's the inner critic, and for many of us, it's the loudest voice in the room. It's the one that convinces you to stay safe, to stay small, and to avoid taking risks. I want you to stop for a second and think about a time when you doubted yourself. Maybe it was in a meeting, a presentation, or a conversation where you felt like you weren't enough. That voice, the one telling you that you're not capable, not qualified, or not worthy, was at full volume. But ask yourself this, was that voice right? Was it the truth? Most of the time, it isn't. The inner critic thrives on fear, on past failures, and on stories that your mind creates to keep you in your comfort zone. But here's the thing, it's a liar. It makes you believe that you're not capable of handling challenges, that you're not deserving of success, and it keeps you from stepping into the most confident version of yourself. Now, here's the most important question. How do you shut it down? The answer is simple, but it's not easy. You shut it down by recognizing it for what it is, a thought, a story, and one that doesn't define you. You confront it, challenge it, and replace it with something stronger, your truth. Let's get real for a moment. How many times have you wanted to speak up, but didn't? How many opportunities have you passed because you were afraid of rejection or failure? The inner critic told you that you weren't good enough, and you believed it. But here's the trick. You can choose a new narrative. Reframing is one of the most powerful tools in silencing the inner critic. When you start to hear those self-doubts, instead of letting them hold you back, try this. Ask yourself, what if I'm wrong? What if I can do this? Let's say the inner critic tells you, you're not qualified, you're not ready. Now, challenge that with, I might not be perfect, but I'm capable of learning. I'm capable of growing. Do you see how powerful this is? You're no longer a victim of your thoughts. Instead, you're becoming the creator of your own reality. Think about the greats, people who have achieved incredible success in their lives. What do they all have in common? Was it luck? Was it because they never faced doubt or fear? Absolutely not. The difference is that they learned to push through it. They learned to listen to the voice that said, "You can't do this," and to respond with, "Watch me." Take Thomas Edison, for example. He failed over 1,000 times before he successfully created the light bulb. Every time he failed, the inner critic was there, telling him to quit, telling him that he wasn't smart enough. But he didn't listen to that voice. Instead, he reframed it. He said, "I haven't failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." Imagine if he had listened to his inner critic. Imagine if he had given up after the first failure, or the 10th, or the 100th. The world would be a very different place. But he didn't give up. He didn't let the doubt take control. And because of that, he changed the world. You can do the same. Every time you choose to take action in spite of the doubt, you're building a foundation of confidence. You're teaching yourself that failure isn't the end. It's just part of the process. Here's where things get exciting. As you begin to silence that inner critic and replace it with empowering thoughts, you'll start to notice something incredible: momentum. Momentum is the secret weapon of the confident. It's the energy that comes from consistent action, from pushing through the fear, and from choosing confidence time and time again. The more you face your fears, the more you choose to move forward even when you're not sure, the more momentum you build. And before you know it, confidence doesn't feel like a choice anymore. It feels like a natural part of who you are. But it doesn't stop there. As you gain momentum, you become an unstoppable force. Doors start to open that were once closed. Opportunities you once thought were out of reach are now yours for the taking. And people who once doubted you, people who thought you weren't capable, begin to take notice. Your confidence will become contagious. It will inspire others to choose confidence in their own lives. You'll become a leader, a force for good, and someone who is able to face anything life throws your way without blinking. Now, I want you to do something. Think about the last time your inner critic kept you from taking action. Maybe it was an opportunity you passed up, a conversation you avoided, or a decision you didn't make because of fear. Today, I want you to make a new choice. I want you to challenge that voice of doubt. Ask yourself, what if I'm capable? What if I succeed? What if I'm stronger than I think? And then take one small step forward. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be huge, but it has to be something. Comment below and tell me how you're silencing your inner critic today. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. And let's build a movement of people who choose confidence, despite the doubts. Remember, you are capable, you are worthy, and confidence is your choice. You've made the choice. You've chosen confidence over fear. You've faced challenges head on, pushed past your doubts, and found a sense of strength within you that you never knew existed. But now, here it is, the ultimate test. Rejection. It comes in many forms. It could be a job you didn't get, a relationship that ended, or an opportunity that slipped through your fingers. Whatever it is, rejection stings. It makes you question your worth, your abilities, and sometimes your very identity. And in that moment, the voice of doubt is louder than ever, whispering, "You're not good enough. You'll never make it." But here's the truth. Rejection is not the end. It's not a reflection of who you are. It's simply feedback. Let's get something clear. Rejection is not about you. It's not a personal judgment on your worth or potential. It's not a sign that you should give up or that you're not capable. Rejection is simply the world's way of guiding you towards what's truly meant for you. You probably experienced rejection before. And if you haven't, I guarantee you will at some point. The key isn't how you respond. Most people take rejection personally. They let it define them. They assume that because one person or one situation rejected them, they aren't good enough. But what if rejection is just a way to redirect you, to show you that something better is coming? What if it's the universe's way of pushing you towards growth? Think about it. Every great success story is filled with rejection. Steve Jobs was fired from the company he founded. Oprah was told she was unfit for television. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. If these people had let rejection define them, we wouldn't know their names today. So why let rejection stop you? Now, I want to show you how to use rejection as a powerful tool to strengthen your confidence. Here's the trick. When you face rejection, instead of taking it personally, step back and ask yourself this question: what can I learn from this? Rejection isn't failure. It's an opportunity for feedback, for growth, and for learning. Maybe you didn't get that promotion because you need to develop a specific skill. Maybe that relationship didn't work out because there's something you need to work on within yourself. Maybe that business idea didn't succeed because you haven't found your true passion yet. Whatever it is, rejection offers you the chance to reflect, to learn, and to come back stronger. It's like a reset button. It forces you to take stock of where you are, where you want to go, and what you need to do differently. But here's the best part. Every time you take rejection in stride, you're choosing confidence. You're telling yourself, I'm not going to let this define me. I'm going to learn from it, grow from it, and keep moving forward. The more you do this, the more you build a resilience that rejection simply cannot break. You begin to see it for what it truly is: feedback, not failure. Here's the truth that most people never tell you. Confidence isn't something you have. It's something you become. And you don't become truly confident by avoiding rejection. You become confident by embracing it, by taking the lessons it offers, and by continuing to move forward regardless. You see, confidence isn't built in the moments when everything is going right. It's built in the moments when things go wrong, when you face rejection, when you experience failure, and you still choose to rise. Think about the last time you faced rejection. How did it feel? I bet it was uncomfortable, painful, and maybe even humiliating. But what did you learn from it? What did it teach you about yourself? For me, rejection has always been an invitation to become better, to push harder, and to refine my approach. Every rejection has been a stepping stone toward success. It's been a reminder that I'm still growing, still evolving, and still capable of achieving what I set my mind to. And the best part? As you grow through rejection, your confidence becomes unshakable. Nothing can knock you down for long. You've been through it before, and you've always come back stronger. Here's where it all comes together. You're walking through life, making bold choices, facing challenges head-on, and choosing confidence in every step. But then, the inevitable happens. You face rejection again. Maybe it's a no from someone you care about. Maybe it's a failure that hurts deep inside. But what if, instead of letting it stop you, you use it as fuel? What if you saw it not as the end of the road, but as part of the journey? What if you knew, without a doubt, that rejection was just a signal telling you that you're on the right path? The most confident people in the world aren't the ones who avoided rejection. They're the ones who faced it, learned from it, and kept moving forward with even more determination. When you choose confidence, you're not choosing a life free of rejection. You're choosing a life where rejection doesn't break you. It builds you. You're choosing to use every setback as a setup for something greater. And that's the true power of confidence. It's not about never falling. It's about rising every time you do. So now, I want to leave you with this challenge. The next time rejection knocks on your door, don't run from it. Don't hide from it. Instead, look in the eye and say, I've got this. Learn from it. Grow from it. And above all, choose confidence. Leave a comment below and tell me how you plan to handle rejection differently. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. And together, let's create a community of unshakable confidence. Remember, rejection is not the end. It's just another opportunity to build the life you deserve. Your confidence is a choice. And now, you know how to keep choosing it, no matter what.